Welcome to the channel, everybody. Today, we're diving deep into the wild world of sports. We're talking about those moments that make you question reality, those records that seem absolutely impossible, until some superhuman athlete pulls it off. We're talking about the fastest man on the planet, swimmers who seem like they're part dolphin, basketball players dropping 100 points in a game, and gymnasts defying gravity. Get ready for some serious inspiration because these athletes, they're not just breaking records, they're breaking the mold. Get ready to be amazed. First up, we've got Usain freaking Bolt. The man, the myth, the legend, the fastest human to ever grace the planet. When you think of speed, you think of Bolt. His name is synonymous with breaking barriers and shattering records. This dude, man, he's not just fast, he's like a glitch in the Matrix. It's almost as if he bends the very fabric of time and space when he runs. Watching him is like witnessing a real-life superhero in action. 9.58 seconds in the 100 meters. That's not just a number, it's a phenomenon. It's a time that defies logic and leaves you questioning the limits of human potential. Let me repeat that. 9.58 seconds. It's almost unfathomable. Imagine the sheer power, the precision, the dedication it takes to achieve such a feat. That's like a cheetah on a rocket ship. Seriously, it's beyond comprehension. Bolt's speed is otherworldly, almost like he's been engineered for this very purpose. You see him line up against the best sprinters in the world and it's almost not fair. It's like watching a grown man race against children. The gap in talent and ability is that wide. The gun goes off and it's like everyone else is running in slow motion. Bolt just explodes out of the blocks, leaving everyone else in his dust. It's a sight to behold. He's pulling away, and you can see the look on his face, this playful smirk, like he knows he's already won. It's a mix of confidence and joy, a testament to his dominance. And the craziest part, some people think he wasn't even at his peak when he set that record. Imagine that. He could have been even faster, even more unstoppable. They say he could have gone even faster. It's mind-boggling to think about. What if he had pushed just a little bit more? What if he had reached his absolute peak? Think about that for a second. It's mind-blowing. The potential, the possibilities. Bolt wasn't just racing against others, he was racing against the very concept of human limitation. This wasn't just a record, it was a statement, a declaration that the boundaries we set for ourselves are meant to be broken, that with enough determination, anything is possible. Usain Bolt redefined what's humanly possible. He showed us that the only limits that exist are the ones we impose on ourselves. He is a living, breathing example of pushing beyond the imaginable. He showed the world that our limits are often self-imposed. Bolt's legacy is not just in his records, but in the inspiration he provides to every aspiring athlete, every dreamer, and every person who dares to push beyond their boundaries. Next up, we've got the Michael Phelps situation. This guy is a living legend in the world of swimming. This dude is like Aquaman, but real. 23 Olympic gold medals. That's an achievement that boggles the mind. Let that sink in for a minute. 23 times he stood on the top podium hearing his national anthem play. 23. That's more gold than some countries have in their entire Olympic history. It's a testament to his unparalleled skill and determination. We're talking about a guy who dominated his sport for over a decade. Year after year, he was the man to beat. Swimming is brutal, man. It's all about pushing your body to the absolute limit, race after race, year after year. The training is relentless, and Phelps just kept coming back stronger and faster every time. His resilience and ability to improve were unmatched. He had this insane dedication, this work ethic that was off the charts. He was always pushing himself to be better. He was training like 6 hours a day, 6 days a week. That's a level of commitment that's hard to fathom. Eating like 12,000 calories a day just to fuel his workouts. Imagine the sheer amount of food he had to consume. The guy was a machine, and it paid off. His hard work and dedication translated into an unprecedented number of victories. He's the most decorated Olympian of all time, and it's hard to imagine anyone ever topping that. His legacy will inspire generations of athletes to come. Alright, let's talk about Wilt Chamberlain, the Big Dipper himself, a man whose name is synonymous with basketball greatness. This dude was a basketball god. He wasn't just good, he was otherworldly. He was 7'1", built like a tank, and had the touch of a poet. Imagine a giant with the grace of a ballerina. But what he did on March 2nd, 1962 was just plain ridiculous. It was a night that would go down in history. 100 points in a single NBA game. That's right, 100 points, 100. That's not a typo. It's a feat so incredible, it's almost mythical. He was unstoppable that night. Every shot he took seemed destined to go in. He was hitting fadeaways, hook shots, dunking on everyone. It was a masterclass in scoring. It was like watching a man play against boys. His dominance was absolute. People talk about how the game was different back then, but come on, 100 points is 100 points. No matter the era, that's an extraordinary achievement. That takes a special kind of talent, a special kind of drive. It's the stuff of legends. And Wilt had it in spades. His focus, his determination, his sheer will to dominate were unparalleled. They say he didn't even shoot any three-pointers that game. That's right, not a single one. Can you imagine what he would have done if he had the three-point line? The numbers would be astronomical. It's scary to think about. Wilt Chamberlain was already a force of nature, and with a three-point line, he would have been unstoppable. Let's talk about Nadia Comaneci, the Romanian gymnast who redefined perfection. We're talking about the first perfect 10 in Olympic gymnastics history. Think about the pressure she was under. The world was watching, and she nailed it. 14 years old, man. 14. Most kids that age are worried about homework and video games. She's out there on the world stage, defying gravity, making the impossible look effortless. And it wasn't just one perfect 10, she scored 7 of them at the 1976 Olympics. 7! It's insane. She was so good that the scoreboards literally couldn't even display a 10. They weren't programmed for it. Nadia's performance changed gymnastics forever. She set a new standard, a new level of excellence that every gymnast after her has aspired to. Roger Federer, the Swiss maestro. This guy is like the Mozart of tennis. He's got this elegance, this grace on the court that's just mesmerizing to watch. And his record? 20 Grand Slam titles, baby, 20. That's more than any other male player in history. He's won Wimbledon a record 8 times. He's won the US Open 5 times in a row, the Australian Open 6 times. The French Open, he's conquered that too. Federer's dominance in tennis is unmatched in the modern era. He's been at the top of the game for over 2 decades. He's inspired a generation of players, and his impact on the sport is immeasurable. He's a true icon. Wayne Gretzky, the Great One. This dude is synonymous with hockey. He's the all-time leading scorer in NHL history with an unbelievable 2,857 points. Let me say that again, 2,857 points. That's insane. And it's not just the points, it's the way he did it. He was a magician on the ice. He had this uncanny ability to see the play develop before anyone else. He was always 2 steps ahead. They called him the Great One for a reason. He transcended the sport. He was a global icon, and his records, they might never be broken. People have been chasing them for years, but Gretzky's numbers are just on another level. Serena Williams. The name alone commands respect. This woman is a force of nature. She's dominated women's tennis for over 2 decades, 23 Grand Slam singles titles, 23. That's more than any other woman in the Open era. And she did it all with this incredible power, this fierce determination that was just awe-inspiring. She's got the most powerful serve in women's tennis, and her ground strokes are like rockets. But it's not just her physicality, it's her mental toughness. She's a fighter. She's come back from injuries, she's overcome adversity, and she's always come out on top. Serena Williams is a true champion on and off the court. She's an inspiration to millions around the world, and her legacy as one of the greatest athletes of all time is secure. Eliud Kipchoge. This guy is not human, man. He's a running machine. He's the current marathon world record holder, and he's the only person in history to ever run a marathon under 2 hours. Think about that for a second. 2 hours. That's like running a 4:34 mile 26 times in a row. It's mind-boggling. He did it in Vienna back in 2019, and the whole world was watching. It was like watching history in the making. He was so focused, so determined. And when he crossed that finish line, it was pure emotion. He had done what many thought was impossible. Eliud Kipchoge is a testament to the power of human potential. He's proof that with hard work, dedication, and a belief in yourself, anything is possible. Jackie Joyner-Kersee. This woman is a legend. She's considered by many to be the greatest female athlete of all time, and for good reason. She dominated the heptathlon, which is a grueling 2-day event that tests every aspect of an athlete's abilities. We're talking about 100-meter hurdles, high jump, shot put, 200 meters, long jump, javelin throw, and 800 meters. 7 events. And she excelled at all of them. She won 3 Olympic gold medals, 4 world championships, and set a world record in the heptathlon that still stands today. Jackie Joyner-Kersee is a true icon. She's a role model for young athletes everywhere, and her accomplishments in track and field are unparalleled. She's a testament to the power of hard work, dedication, and an unwavering belief in yourself. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing sports content. Which record amazed you the most? Let us know in the comments below. These athletes are all incredible in their own right. They've pushed the limits of human performance and inspired millions around the world. See you next time.